Home Life. It's Home Plus Life Podcast.
Hey, hey, hey.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back. We had a cool one today. I'm excited about this.
I'm glad you are. I am really struggling.
I know. But look, I think this is a really important one, and it's quite exciting, particularly for those who are listening in who've got kids who might be looking at buying a house, or people who listen in who are looking at buying a house themselves, who haven't owned one before. I think this is going to be a big app, because friend of ours, we'll just say friend loosely, just literally purchased their first home using one of the government grants, the federal government's grants.
Second home.
Second homes, that's right, second home.
It is their second home. It has been over, I think it's 7 years? 7 or 10 years? 10 years.
It'll be over 10. But
since they previously owned.
Terrible relationship, collapse, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Which, you and I both know all about.
Yeah.
And we're eligible again for one of the government grants.
So they were like, hells to the yeah.
Yeah. And they've picked up an awesome home.
Yeah, it's actually really, really nice.
Looking forward to go see
big backyard.
Yeah.
Shed.
Yep.
Already had one of the kids say, when are we going back? So
yeah. Go check it out and hang out. So we thought we'd have a chat and give a rundown on what the government schemes out there, buying schemes out there on the federal level. We're not going to look at the state level, but we'll look at the federal level. Which I think
I'm not
going to
lie, like he has, just so that you guys understand, he's given me this wad of paper.
That's right. I can reference that if you're too shattered to.
Yeah, so he's given me this wad of paper that I needed to read through. I'm not going to lie. Been a big day.
and this is your second episode of
and this is the second episode of recording. So he's wanting to have an in-depth conversation about home buyer schemes. So how about you educate me and the audience as to this? And if there's anything that comes up, I'll be like, actually, there is one.
Okay.
What is the difference between, like, can you buy off-the-plan houses? Like, is there a difference between house and land packages and off-the-plan houses? Because in that, at the federal level, they're saying that it's only applicable to off-the-plan townhouses and apartments.
So you did actually read through it?
Very, very, very quickly.
Right. I don't actually have an answer to that. Because I know the builder grants are specific to that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But these grants that I'm looking at here are largely, like, they can be used for
I think it's
new house and land packages, but predominantly it's for established housing.
Where did I see it?
So we quickly go through all our notes to double check, because there's a curveball straight off the bat.
Yeah, well, do you expect anything less of me?
No, I don't. That's why you're here. But while you're quickly going through to just pull out the information.
Property types and price caps. Under the HGS, so Home
Guarantee Scheme.
Yeah. Home buyers can buy a residential property, including an existing house, townhouse or apartment, a house and land package, land and a separate contract to build a home, an off-the-plan apartment or townhouse.
Yep.
There is nothing about off-the-plan house.
No, there is.
Is that house and land package?
Yep. And also land and separate contract to purchase a house. To build
a
house.
That's what that is.
Yep.
Right.
Now, see, that's why it threw me. I'm like, what are you talking about? It covers
I was just
everything.
like, why say off-the-plan apartment and townhouse?
Because, so when you go to purchase, say, an apartment or a townhouse, right, you don't go and buy the land and say, hey, I want you to build a townhouse on that.
That's,
they've already got an established one.
I get that.
That's why they've specified.
But it's just that they've said off the plan, but then they've got land and separate contract or house and land package, which...
House and land packages, it's a different representation. Off the plan is typically apartments and all that sort of stuff. House and separate land contract is where a land and separate house contract to build a house is where you've bought the land, or you go, I want that block of land and I want to build this house, and you want to build a custom house on it.
Yeah.
So basically what they're doing here is they're covering pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Well, no, because now you've just confused me, because I do know that house and land packages you can have where it's the builder's already purchased the land to construct.
Yep.
But you can come in and you can go,
So-
I'm going to have
so
that
house-
and I'm going to build this house, and it's
Yes.
going to be my builder that's going to build it.
Okay.
The land and separate contract.
That's the land and separate contract.
But the house and land.
House and land packages where they package the land together with a particular house plan or an option of a house plan.
So then what happens?
And what I mean by that is they've got a select number of plans that will go on that.
So what happens in regards to someone with their little demountable home pitched on a little, or office I should say, pitched on one normally at the very beginning of an estate, and they're like, we're still developing, but these are the streets and everything. Is that not off the plan?
It's off the plan technically, but it would fall under the buying land and having a separate contract for the house.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
So
look, I'm asking these questions because some people out there don't actually know.
Yeah, no, look, and yeah, it's you're coming at it from a well and truly left field of that, but yeah, like it's essentially
People are going to read this and just be so there was another thing too, and I've just messed up all of the.
I haven't even
sequencing.
explained what these are, and you're already asking questions about them.
That's
so people
just
are
the way
like,
that I
cool. So
roll.
there's grants here, and guarantees.
Well, off
but-
your toddle.
Well, you've taken all the docs now. So now she's doing her reading. Now she's going through it. I gave it to her an hour ago, but now she's doing it. Yeah. All right. So there's home guarantee scheme at the federal level. 3 types of guarantee. So there's the first home guarantee. So it's supporting eligible home buyers to buy a home sooner with a deposit as little as 5%. There are 35,000 places available for the 2023-24 financial year. There is the regional first home buyer guarantee, so supporting eligible regional home buyers to buy a home sooner in a regional area with a deposit as little as 5%. For the 23-24 financial year, there were 10,000 places available. And for the family home guarantee, supporting eligible single parents and eligible single legal guardians of at least one dependent to buy a home sooner with a deposit as little as 2%. For the financial year 23-24, there were 5,000 places available. So, eligibility requirements here, and these are important ones. So, we'll look at the first home guarantee first with 35,000 places. So, minimum deposit's 5%. The prior property ownership thing, and this is what excluded me for a long time because I owned a house many years ago, but I couldn't get back into the market after a relationship breakdown. But now we're eligible. Because first home buyers or previous homeowners who haven't owned a property in Australia in the past 10 years. And that, by the way, covers both the first home guarantee and the regional first home buyer guarantee as well. Eligibility, to be eligible, you've got to be Australian citizen or Australian permanent resident. It's available for individual and joint applicants. You can purchase across Australia. Now, for that, where's the prices on the houses? All the paperwork's been...
No, I went and fixed it up. I went through and had a look at the numbering.
Went and had a look at the numbering.
Down on the
All
right, bottom right.
All right, I'm about to mess it up. All right, so here we go. That's the regional. Here we go. First home guarantee, family home guarantee, property price cap table. So New South Wales in a capital city and regional centre, it's 900,000. Rest of the state is 750. Victoria's 800,000. Rest of the state 650,000. Queensland's 700,000. Rest of the state 550,000. Where did I put the rest of it? So there we go. Western Australia, 600,000. That market's going off at the moment. You can get some value for 600,000 in that market. So that's good. Rest of the state, 450. South Australia, 600,000. Rest of the state, 450,000. Tasmania, 600,000. Rest of the state, 450. ACT, so it's basically they're saying all areas, 750,000. And Northern Territory Regional, 600,000. Jervis Bay Territory, Norfolk Island, 550,000. Christmas Island and Cocos Islands, 400,000. That's the cap, so that's what you're allowed to spend up to, what the value of the home can be under this scheme. Regional first home buyer guarantee property price cap table. So again, this is for the regional first home buyer guarantee what the grants can be. New South Wales 900K, 7 in a regional centre, 750 in other areas. Victoria 800K regional centre, 650 all other areas. Queensland 700K regional centre, 550 all other areas. WA is 450,000 all other areas as a blank under regional centre. And there's blanks for all the rest of them. So South Australia 450, Tasmania 450, Northern Territory regional 600, Jervis Bay 550, and Christmas Islands and Cocos Keeling Islands 400,000. So under these schemes, and I believe they've been renewed for the next financial year. If they haven't, we need to vote them out because I think this is a fantastic scheme to help a lot of people get into the market.
So if you are wanting to have a look yourself to figure out as to what particular instance and thing that you would need to be having a look at, you can go to www.housingaustralia.gov.au/support by home.
Yeah, and obviously you'll be able to get there from the housingaustralia.gov.au main page.
Yeah,
It's like the abbreviation for it's the HGS. But I really like this scheme. I like this scheme because it's allowing people to get back in the market. It is increasing demand.
On construction, yes.
But on established homes as well.
Yeah, but you know what? I feel that when people have the ability of going, all right, I have the option of actually going and building a house as opposed to buying one that's already established. There's people out there that like that idea. Personally, I couldn't think of anything worse.
I'd rather buy established.
Yeah, I would prefer to buy established. But there are people out there who, like the idea of going and buying, regional, semi-regional.
Look, I think going regionals is fantastic, particularly with the amount of work from home that's happening.
Yeah.
Like there's clearly been a shift where so many people that we know, and obviously we've always worked from home. Well, like you
have.
I have for the last 12 years.
Because he's old.
You have.
It's just the look alone that's enough. He's old and mouldy like cheese. And also crumbles a little bit too. Like Mercy Valley. Or a melting moment. Except you don't want to eat them when they're yucky.
23 days until you're 40.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. And excuse me, I'm 20 again. I'm not 40.
Oh yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm not 40. I'm 20 again.
You do.
I'm fine with it, but let's avoid what the number is.
Do you know
by
what? I
giving it a cute
secretly
little
don't care. It's just because, I'm having shits and gigs. I prefer 39 plus 1.
39 plus 1.
Yeah.
Right. No, I don't care at all.
Remember how I said to you that once I turn 30, anyone else that turns 30, it doesn't matter how old they are. They're about 30. They're over 30, So it's just like, because when you get to 30... I don't care,
but I have all of these ways of describing it that avoid saying the actual
funny thing
number.
is, when you get to 30, do you start actually counting?
I was looking for 35.
Like if you said to a younger 20-year-old, right? Like in their 20s, if you said to them, "Oh, you're what? Like 20?" They'd be like, "No, I'm 21." And it's like, "Whoa, like that 1 year does amazing things." Whereas once you get over the age of 30, you go, "Oh, what? You're in your 30s?" Yeah, I'm in my 30s.
Okay,
yeah.
If you say so.
So anyone over, and then you meet people who you go, "Oh yeah, they're about my age," and then you find out, "Oh no, they're like 10 years older than you," and you're like, "Oh okay, they're just over 30 then." So it works out.
There is a whole lot of avoiding the number going on here.
Everyone's in their 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah, at our age, you're just an older 30.
Look, I've been wanting to get old my whole life. I don't care. It's all good.
He says this. Meanwhile, he gets up every morning and he's like creaking and crunkling like a friggin' cellophane.
No, I'll own that. I definitely do not like that part.
Oh, I hate Albert.
That's right. You know, because you know what we're doing in the coming weeks.
No, I don't.
Remember the whole HCG course and weight loss course?
Right.
And all that
I thought there was something else going on.
In the episode, I think it was like 4 or 5. It was like the JTM was I want to live forever.
Yeah, I do remember that one.
We're about to go through that and like mark our progress on the podcast.
Well, isn't that going to be a hoot and a half?
Yeah.
If I'm struggling now, you can just imagine what it's going to be when I've been denied coffee.
No, you're allowed coffee. It's just got to be black. You're allowed coffee. It's just got to be black.
I don't do black coffee.
Well, then you have green tea.
There's going to be murder people.
This is going to be fun.
There's going to be body bags.
I may not make it out the other side, but it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
All right, question. Let's get back on topic. Wait, hang on. Why am I the one bringing us back on topic?
You've seen it first here, people.
Yeah, right. Okay, so.
It's because he's getting old. I had to throw it in there.
I can still deadlift 200 kilos. I'm happy.
We're not talking about that.
No, I know, but I'm
We're talking about how old you are.
As long as I'm strong, I don't care. I can lift forever.
There you go, back to it.
So the question, there's those grants, right? We're in a market that is still pretty volatile and pretty aggressive, particularly in on the East Coast.
Yeah.
And we're seeing growth in Western Australia and so forth. So with these grants and with interest rates the way they are, cost of living the way it is, all that sort of stuff, would you buy or rent? What would your preference be? And why?
It depends where.
Where we are here, where we want to move to.
Here, we wouldn't be able to get 700.
We would, a 3-bed, we would. 3-bed, 2-bath, we would.
It'll be a little
or a dodgy 4-bed.
It would be a little one.
Yeah, but it'd probably be on a decent sized block. So we'd have to modify and add on and stuff like that. Down in Tassie?
Tassie, absolutely yes. I would...
You would what?
Build.
You'd build?
Not build, sorry, buy.
What if we were to move to Perth?
I'll probably build.
Build?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Build in WA. Only because I know a lot of people over in WA are just like, why?
No, I'd buy established over there because there's a lot of homes.
The only reason why I'm saying this is because the estates that are actually going up are actually quite significant. So I feel that if building it, you're actually instead of buying a pre-existing, I feel would actually help somewhat to a degree of being able to relieve pressure.
Well, I mean, it'd be adding in for sure. Like it'd be adding more stock, even if it's just one. I would be more inclined to buy established because I like the problems, labor shortages, problems with getting materials, all that means delay. And there's a lot of houses that are being delayed at the present point in time because of all of those issues. So I'd be more inclined, as much as I'm the biggest proponent for supply solves our problems, I needing to put a roof over our family's head, I'd be buying established because otherwise I don't know what our future looks like for the next 2 years. So that's why I'd be buying established. And like, don't get me wrong, on a policy level, on a governmental level,
Governmental? Is that a word?
I'm pretty sure it is.
I think
but
you
at
just
a
made
government
it up.
level. Whatever. At a government level.
I mean, they are a bit mental.
Maybe that's where it came from. It's a loan word, a loan hybrid. I crossbred it like I do chilies. But at a government level, I want them to solve the supply problem.
Yes.
And I want pressure applied to them to solve the supply problem.
They need to go back to what they had done in the mid to late 90s.
Late
where
90s, early 90s, where it's driving for apprentices
Yeah.
at the same time as launching the first home buyer.
Yeah.
And I'm 100% with you on that. On a personal level, where my primary responsibility is to look after my family, I'm buying established because then I can create that security.
Yeah. I don't think, like, staying here, it would be renting purely because it's...
The cost of living where we live in.
The cost of where we are living, it, like, to purchase is, like, just no.
Yeah, you're paying almost like $700,000 for the land alone almost these days.
Yeah.
Like that's an exaggeration, but it doesn't feel like much of one.
Yeah. So, plus the fact that I don't feel that being here, like where we are currently living, is the place that we're going to actually end up.
No.
So
I think there's big shifts coming in our world. But anyway, that's a story for another day.
That's another story.
But so okay, so if we were
But
moving,
that's just me personally.
Yeah, I'm on the same page with you. I'm seeing the writing on the wall. What if we were to move to Adelaide? There's options in Adelaide. There's business connections.
Oh, we'll just move in with Steve. It'll be fine.
Steve, go live on the farm.
No, we'll just live in Lucy. All of us. He'll love it.
Jump into his.
Won't you, Steve? You'll love it.
Pajero. But if we were to go to
he'll be like, fine, I'm going upstairs, and then he pulls out his
rooftop tent. But going to the Adelaide market, what would you do in the Adelaide market? Would you buy a rent?
Oh, I thought you mean actually going to the Adelaide markets, and I was like, I'm so down for that. See, Adelaide is just like a really big Toowoomba. Would I
think it's more modern in its architecture and things like that. Like throughout the CBD, the main buildings and everything they've got there.
Yeah.
Like in the suburbs, I love the houses, the sandstone, like old school sandstone brick houses.
Yeah,
I love that.
There's a lot of...
They've done, like the houses are long. In Queensland, the houses are wide, but in Adelaide, the houses and the blocks are long.
That's like that's like what it is down in Sydney too. Because my uncle and aunt, they had a place at Carlton. They've moved to Menai since, but they had a place in Carlton, and it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bedroom.
Yeah.
And it was long.
Yeah.
They did build out.
Yeah.
Like down the back, they did build it out further. Yeah. But the blocks are long.
The blocks are long. And that's what I mean. Like they've got a short frontage, like a skinny frontage, but they go deep.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, if we were to go into the Adelaide market.
Adelaide market.
Buy or rent?
Buy.
Yeah.
But it just depends on where though.
Yeah. Yeah. What if we were to go into the Northern Territory market?
Rent.
Yep. Why?
I don't think I'd want to live up there for too long.
Let's say we had to live up there for 2-3 years. Any of these places, we got to live for 2-3 years.
Rent, even 2 or 3 years.
Call it 5 years. We got to live there for 5 years, where it's right on that cusp of is it worthwhile to buy or to rent?
Rent.
You'd rent, yeah. I'd rent in the Northern Territory too, just because it's so seasonal with its market.
Seasonable. Look at you making words up tonight. Normally it's me.
I haven't. You know what? I haven't even had a drink in a week.
And the other thing too, you made up a word or a couple of words. Governmental. Seasonable.
I was trying to say seasonal.
Seasonable. And then you turned around just before and said we need to bring it back on track. Who are you?
You might have to administer the peanut butter test.
I know so many people are going, peanut butter test. I don't like peanut butter.
Well,
and if anyone snatches my body and aliens take me away, if I turn around and say, I really like some peanut butter, that's a true indication to him that someone has...
She's been body snatched. Yep.
I'm a shapeshifter.
Yep.
Aliens have me. Yep.
We're going to have to come up with another one now because now everyone knows that my test to see whether or not you've been body snatched is, hey, would you like some peanut butter?
No, because I'll still turn around and say, no, I don't want it.
But that's the thing. Now, anyone who's listened in will turn around and go, no, I don't want it. So now it's no longer a true test.
it will still be a true test, because if I'm coming and saying to you, I want peanut butter.
No one's going to come and say, I want peanut. No one said, well, actually, I do. That's fair. Really, yeah.
Especially me coming and going, you know what I could really do? I'd really like some peanut butter. No.
So
I do not.
I'll just have to wait however many months or years it is until this random body snatch person goes, you know what I'd really like? Like some peanut butter. You could have been gone. You could be on the other side of the universe by that point.
No, because who's not to say that they're not some weird alien type that needs to eat peanut butter constantly to make sure that they keep their form.
I feel like your test is just not, like it's not thorough enough, because you're relying on an alien xenotype that requires peanut butter to maintain
why can't you just accept that I don't like peanut butter?
I have to wait for them to come. I accept it. My problem is not that you don't like peanut butter. It's that this test has now been compromised, because anybody listening in who has the ability to shapeshift could come and shapeshift. And if I ask them, right?
Oh, there is going to be some conspiracy nuts out there going, she's got different coloured eyes. What's going on there? JH. She's a shapeshifter. Offer her some peanut butter. Now I feel like just going and putting contacts in just to see how many people actually watch.
We shouldn't record these episodes while we're so tired.
What? They're more entertaining.
Probably.
So anyway,
but I'm with you. All right, Melbourne market. If we had to go to Melbourne for 5 years, rent or buy?
Sorry, Melbourne. Rent.
What about Sydney?
No, I'd buy.
You'd buy in Sydney, one of the most expensive markets in the world. Mind you, that kind of talks about 3 of our markets at the moment. But
considering that I have family there and my best mate.
Okay.
I have more of a vested interest in it.
So you'd rent in Melbourne because you don't want to be there too long.
Yeah.
You'd rent in Darwin because, like, you don't want to be there too long and it's a seasonal market.
It's not.
That's up and
look,
down.
Quite honestly, I've
Adelaide
never been there. I've never been
quite
there.
happy to
So
put down roots.
it's just more like I just don't feel the need to live there.
Yeah, so you're making these decisions based on emotion rather than what's actually happening.
No, do I feel like I'm going to do anything other than ever visit there? No.
But the hypothetical was if we were to had to live there for 5 years.
That means that I still had to be hypothetical about it, and hypothetically, I've never been there.
If I buy a house, I'm putting down roots. I don't want to put roots down. Not there.
Yeah.
Whereas Perth, you'd be cool with. Adelaide, you'd be cool with.
Yeah.
Hobart, you'd be cool. Or Tasmania, anywhere in Tassie, you'd be cool with.
Yeah.
Not where we are currently.
No.
Interesting.
Like, I like Queensland.
I'm sick of the humidity in Queensland.
Eh.
But yeah, anyway. So there you go. Rent or buy. Whole bunch of grants and guarantees. Hopefully they renew them all.
Check out the website to see what's best for your situation before making a decision. Go and talk to the right people, financial advisors, brokers, friends, family. Do your own research. And good luck. Enjoy. Yeah. Find it. Have fun. Let us know.
Let us know if you do find something.
Well, let us know if you do go down this path. Let us know, and
make sure you get building and pest inspection.
And different things that you had experienced along your journey as to what you liked, what you didn't like, things that you didn't know previously, where you're like, oh, that's actually interesting.
The key person to speak to, and we probably should have said this earlier, key person to speak to find out whether you're eligible, what all the bits and pieces are that you could be eligible for and so forth, is your broker, your finance broker. We are absolutely not financial advisors. Go and talk to a professional because they will be fully schooled on all of these and qualifications and all the good fun stuff. Yep. Should be good.
Cool.
Hopefully there's some people out there getting more houses.
Yeah.
Not getting more houses, but getting into their own house, I should say. Much like our friend. Can't wait for the housewarming. That's going to be fun. It'll be good fun. They renovated that house inside. Looks amazing inside.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah. It's going to be a working beer.
We can put pictures up later.
Maybe. If she lets us.
Yeah.
All right.
On that note.
Quick ep's good ep. We'll be back next week. We might have an update on the challenge from last episode. whether Siarn's found some stuff to grow in a hydro tank.
There's too much thinking already.
Yeah, she's just not prepared for it, but that's all right. We'll sort it out. Peace out, peeps.
Peace out.